What's up guys, TJ here with Bits and Bytes Tech, and I've had the iPhone 17 Pro Max for just over a month now, and I want to talk about it. Let's get into it, guys. Welcome to Bits and Bytes Tech, where we break down technology into bite-sized bits. Alright, so a month ago, the iPhone 17 lineup came out, and I already knew that I was going to go for the Pro Max, but what I didn't know is which color I was going to go with. I'm more of a neutral person, sticking with like blacks and grays, things of that nature, and so I was going to stick to that tradition, go with either the silver if I really wanted to step outside my comfort zone, or maybe go with the darker model, but I decided to go with the cosmic orange, and I'm really glad that I did. Few reasons on that, actually. It's a lot nicer in person than what it looks like in the pictures. When I saw this on Apple's website and I saw it in different areas, I thought maybe it's going to be a little too bright, a little too flashy. It's not. It's actually really, really nice. It's a subtle, rich tone. It's got that metallic, anodized look to it that I just love. And with these smooth edges, it's really, really well complemented. So if you're like me and you're just still on the fence, but you're wanting to upgrade, but you don't know which color, but you're leaning towards that orange, just do it. You're not going to be disappointed in this thing. I think it looks amazing. I think you will too. When it comes to the way that this thing feels in my hand, it is nice and soft and smooth. Typically, guys, I'm going to use it with a case anyway. So that kind of takes care of any discomfort, if you will, but even outside of it, it feels great. I mean, it's got these smooth edges. This is the only sharp part, but the only time my finger is up there is when I'm holding the phone, which is actually a great thing because with this camera plateau, it's a nice place for my finger to rest, and it actually takes a lot of strain off of my pinky right here. So I'm good with that too. In terms of reasons, what do I like about this thing, right? I've had it for a month now. How has it been so far? The most notable difference between the 15 Pro Max and this 17 Pro Max is 100% battery life. I cannot stress this enough, guys. I am amazed, blown away by how incredible the endurance is on this thing. I mean, it is 4 o'clock p.m. I've been using this thing since about 10 o'clock this morning, and I've used it for taking a few photos. I've shot some video with it. I've done emails, I've done social media on it, and a few other things. And right now I'm sitting at about 80%. So that's pretty darn good. I find myself, on average, when I go to bed, this thing is between 40 and 50% of battery life. Whereas with my 15 Pro Max, I would have had to plug that thing in throughout the day over and over and over again to just have it keep up with my needs, or at least prevent me from having that battery anxiety that I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Battery anxiety is not even a thing with this. I don't worry about it. It just lasts. So when they say that it's got better battery or all day battery, honestly, this thing can push a day and a half. I won't say 2 days, but you can be comfortable in knowing that if you're not near a charger, this thing is going to be there for you. So battery life, yes. Performance. I was struggling with a few things on the 15 Pro Max. It was really starting to show its age in terms of how smooth things operated in it. There were different applications. I mean, even just social media application, guys. I would launch Instagram and this thing would just be stuttering as I was scrolling, and I had great Wi-Fi connection. My battery was fully charged. I closed out all my apps, and that thing was just starting to struggle. And especially in terms of the battery on it was really, really getting bad. So, this thing, it doesn't really seem to matter how many apps I have open, what it is that I'm doing. In a month's time, I haven't noticed this thing slow down at all. In fact, I have to just kind of remind myself to close apps on it now because I haven't had to do that in so long. So it's been a month since I've had to repeatedly do that to just maintain speed. So as far as performance goes, everything happens right away on it. I want to talk about the camera experience because Apple has done some great things this year with the camera, and it's impressive. I actually took this on a couple of trips so far. I went to Winslow, Arizona for a festival. I went to San Diego, California for a Mustang car meetup. And that was a great opportunity for me to get some wide shots, some close-ups, some macros, and even take advantage of the night shot on it. And I gotta tell you guys, I took some photos at night that really almost looked like daytime. The clarity of it was incredible. the delay when you're using night shot is shortened, so I have to hold it for less time in one place for it to still snap a great photo. And not only that, guys, but the stability of this thing. So one of the things I've always struggled with when I'm out there recording video is stability. So if I'm walking on like uneven ground with this, it's doing this. And when I review the footage after that, you can see that in it. And that has always drove me nuts. In fact, it drove me nuts so much that I went ahead and I picked up a gimbal, which I brought to California with me, but I didn't even use it. And I'll tell you why, because the stabilization on this thing has gotten so good that it's hardly needed anymore, at least not for my use case. Maybe you guys might need it for some other things, but honestly, the stabilization improvements, 100% better on this thing. And not only that, but the picture quality is incredible. I took an A7 S3 with me. I took some photos of cars with that. I took the same photos with this, and I can link some footage of that in this video. But aside from the color difference, the picture quality looked excellent in both ways. In fact, I was in my office yesterday and one of my technicians, he came in and he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just sorting through some photos from our California trip." And he was like, "Were those with your camera or those with your phone?" And I told him, I was like, "Anthony, these are actually from the iPhone 17. And he was blown away. I mean, like, it's unbelievable how much better this is. And it doesn't just stop there. It's not like just the rear camera's got an upgrade. You guys already probably know by now that the front camera on this for the selfies, that also got an upgrade. Now you can take wide shots with it with its new square sensor. And that's been really great too. It's worked almost flawlessly every single time. I think one time I had a hiccup where I had to like manually go in and tell it to go wide, but I mean, that's to be expected, right? It's a new camera system. We've got iOS 26 now that's got some new things to maybe work out. And I know that that's only going to get better in time. So it didn't bug me at all. It's great because now I can comfortably hold my phone like this and take a selfie. I don't have to do this weird off to the side thing where, you know, somebody is kind of like looking over here like this and they should be looking right here at the camera like that. That just doesn't happen anymore. So all of the little annoyances that I had with previous generation iPhones, honestly, in just those few areas have been solved with it. Display quality and brightness, guys. Outside, it's pretty bright in San Diego. I was in direct sunlight, and that extra 1,000 nits going from 2,000 peak brightness to 3,000 peak brightness in daylight, it's noticeable. And not only that, but it wasn't hot to the touch like what I've been experiencing with my iPhone 15. So, bonus points for that. The screen is brighter. I enjoyed that. I can see things clearly. And when it comes to thermals on this, there's a couple things that you guys should know. Okay, so Apple came out with their new vapor chamber cooling, and then they also switched the material of this from titanium over to aluminum, and all of the stuff that gets hot is right up here in the camera bump, or plateau as Apple calls it. And in previous models, like in the 15 Pro Max, this thing would get like super hot when I was recording video, especially outside. The screen would dim right away and it would get real jittery. Like anything I went to do on the phone for like the next 15 minutes just was terrible experience. I'd almost have to restart. I did restart it a few times and still sometimes that wouldn't even fix the problem. Now this phone does get warm. It doesn't get hot. Does that make sense? Like, that's been my experience. Because of the aluminum body, it actually takes the heat from here and distributes it evenly down the body of the phone. And it's a much better experience. And because of that, my screen doesn't dim as soon. I don't get those jittery responses. I haven't even seen the temperature overheating thing. And I live in Arizona, it's basically still summer here. So all of that has been fixed. One thing to note though is, as it's getting rid of heat from doing regular activities, I have noticed that in my pocket, sometimes I can feel that heat on my leg, where I'm not used to feeling that when I haven't been doing a whole lot with the phone. It's not like it's hot or anything, but it's noticeable. It's worth mentioning because if you feel that and you think maybe something's wrong, it's probably not. It's probably just getting rid of that heat. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. As far as like value and pricing goes with this phone, being like $12.99, I went ahead and got the 1 terabyte model because I do like to record a lot of content with it. I like to shoot in ProRes. I did go ahead and pick up one of those Lexar drives for that. And the pricing has been pretty good on it, I think, for what you get. I mean, you're getting that better battery life that you don't have to worry about. No more battery anxiety. The thermals are better. I can shoot for longer. The images are better. Night shots are amazing. The sound on it, speakers, I didn't even touch on that. Speakers are great on it. They're even louder. They don't sound that different, but they are louder. So no worries with that. You're just getting a lot more phone when you do the upgrade. It doesn't feel so incremental to me. Now, if you had asked me if I thought the 16 was a great upgrade from the 15, probably not. But if you're on the fence about getting the 17, just 2 years after the 15 came out, go for it. Like, you are going to be happy with this phone. I've been extremely excited with it. It's been amazing. I haven't experienced any problems really. And I would highly recommend this to pretty much anybody that is going to take advantage of this camera system. If your grandma is asking about a new phone, this probably isn't necessary. Just get her the Pro or the Air if you want something real thin with not so great battery. But if you're a professional or you do any kind of content creation at all, you cannot go wrong with this device. So go ahead, jump in the comments, guys, like the video, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be talking about a lot of real world use cases of different devices on this channel. I'm going to give you guys computer tips on how to, pick the best budget to where you're not shorting yourself on performance, but you're not spending more cash than you need either. So there's a lot of great stuff coming up. Stay tuned for that. We'll catch you guys on the next one.